Kia ora. I'm Wendy Neal. I'm talking to you from Wellington in New Zealand, right down at the bottom of the planet in a completely different time zone than most of the rest of the planet. It's raining, it's winter. I've been the director of FabLab Wellington up until a couple of months ago, and I started that in 2012 when we hosted FAB8 in New Zealand, which was amazing. But the first FabLab I ever went to was FabLab Barcelona. And when I first saw it and met the people, I was like, this is going to be magic in New Zealand. The people, the connections, the projects. And I was right, it has been absolute magic. The thing that I've absolutely loved about being involved in the Fab Network is the people, the understanding and the connections, understanding the economic, spiritual, social, cultural differences, yet that we can work together with or without a bit of friction, but often with a lot of fun. I did Fab Academy in 2013. I had no idea how difficult it was going to be, but it was a great challenge. Bars, our mentor, talked with us once a week from Iceland and helped us with a lot of problems because the classes were at 3 o'clock in the morning for us, so we could only watch the videos and we didn't really connect with everybody. Until FAB9 when we graduated in Japan, which was a fantastic conference, and I am only sorry that I was so unwell. I had the flu during that time. But as I said, the connection with the people, the best experiences that I've had, or the most memorable experiences that I've had, was in 2018. I was really fortunate. I was able to go and live and work in Dubai, work with FabLab UAE for the first half of 2018. And then after that I went to Amsterdam and participated in Fab Academy. And during that time I visited so many other people, Fab people, in their own, in their natural environments, whether that was Egypt, Lyon, Switzerland, and I also had people come and visit me while I was in Dubai and in Amsterdam, and it was fantastic. And you can appreciate in New Zealand, not a lot of people come and visit here. People have. Since then, I decided that I needed to come home and become more locally productive again. And it has been a pretty good time, and it's been a tough couple of years for all of us, and some of us, and more specifically. I've been involved with food fermentation, food sovereignty, and developing vernacular architecture in New Zealand. So it's exciting times. I hope you're all enjoying the conference and connecting with each other, and I wish you all the best.
Llevé el FabLab el 2011 Hi everyone, long time no see. For those who don't know me, I'm Alex, and I started the FabLab Amsterdam back in summer 2008. What was really interesting is that even only 3 months in, one day my colleague Bas van Abel came to me and said, hey Alex, there is this Fab Academy program, a pilot from Professor Neil Gershenfeld at MIT Boston, and we can participate as peers for the first time. And I thought, well, that's interesting. When does it start? And he said to me, well, today from 6 o'clock. And I thought, well, all right. Okay, let's try. So that was a really hard journey because I had no mentor. Luckily, there were these awesome guys like Jonathan Ward, who really gave me a lot of support, and that was also the beginning of video conferencing, which was at that time new to me, talking about fall 2008. And so I went through the whole program along with Frosti Gislason from Vespanier and Thomas Diaz from FabLab Barcelona, among a few others, but most of them gave up. But Thomas and me, if I remember correctly, we did the whole program together. And so after that, a year later, I had my most amazing time in Norway at the FabLab Lingen, along with Neil Gershenfeld, the crew from Barcelona, among others. And I never forget, I had this wonderful tortilla made only from onions by no other than Vicente Gallard. Well, for almost 10 years, I ran the FabLab in Amsterdam. We had the most wonderful FAB6 conference back in, what was it, 2010 or so, 2009? I don't remember exactly, but it was a great conference. So since 2017, I started this place here, which is called Contact, which is a sort of breeding zone. We have about 40 tenants in the house, 2.5 square meters of space, and a big lab, actually 2 labs, a smaller one and a bigger one. Of course, I have a full-size milling machine, which is actually also an interesting project that I did together with my dear friend Jens de Wiek, which you know as well probably. He went into machine design and he designed these awesome fabricable machines, as you call it. And together with him in Oslo, with 2 shopbots, we created the first full-size milling machine together, which was really exciting and quite a job. 10 days milling on aluminium on 2 machines simultaneously. I changed some mechanics on it. I did precision glide blocks and then ball screws, and now it has really a good precision. About 50 micron, like the modeler, but I'm not really out of the network. Actually, I'm doing still the same. It's just not called the FabLab here, but a makerspace. And just what I'm doing now, very recently, is I try to focus on design for animals. I started to design like Bauhaus type of birdhouses, and also want to make houses for owls and bats. But also I want to do high quality houses for cats, dogs, and among other stuff, but always with a focus on design for and with animals. What else can I say? I really miss you all, because one of the things I always enjoyed the most is all of you people. Thanks very much. Have a good time. Cheers. All right. Remember those? If not, ask Neil. Ciao.
Hello, this is Alejandra Diaz. I say hi from Mexico. I am Mexican. I'm living here in Monterrey right now. And I am the co-founder of FabLab Kids. I co-founded it a few years back in 2014 with Hilaria Lamana and Alex Garcia. We were very active for many years. And then when the pandemic started, and also when Hilaria moved to Qatar and we started having different time zones to work with, well, FabLab Kids started to be less active, and that's why probably you haven't heard from me in a few years. But well, the first time that I heard about a FabLab was from Vicente Guayar. He was giving a talk in IAC where I was doing my master's degree. He introduced the subject and I just fell in love with it. Of course, the first FabLab that I visited was also FabLab Barcelona. And after my master, I decided to stay there and do the Fab Academy program. So it was great to do the Fab Academy there. It was packed with a lot of people. So I was also going back and forth to Sitges, to Beach Lab with Francisco. So it was fun. It was really great. And I love the Fab Academy. I think it's a great program. It demands you to learn many skills, not only technical skills, but different soft skills in a very short period of time. So you have to work under pressure, but at the end you learn to be able to, integrate different things into one functional project. And I think that's very important nowadays. I love the program. I think more programs should be like that. And I teach at the university, and sometimes I still send my students, to the repository to check what's there and to, follow the documentation if they want to know how to make something. One project that I remember that is probably the best one that I've seen in Fab Academy is Roberto Gallo's Beaten Atoms pen. It's a pen that creates a G code as you are writing or drawing, and it sends it to a machine. So as you are, moving your hand doing things, it's actually also creating something in the laser cutter or the 3D printer. So I think it's genius. It was very well executed, and probably my favorite project from all. I'm still working with FabLabs. We recently opened a FabLab in a community here in Monterrey, but I'm not working maybe in the FabLab network, but I'm working a lot locally, bringing education and STEM education and Fab tools to children and young people here in Mexico. We're working with many ministers of education and culture, and it's been very cool. But my main focus right now is in my PhD. I wanted to formalize all of these skills that I gained from being part of the FabLab network, because I'm an architect, but I was very interested in learning about science, technology, and engineering. So right now I'm halfway of my PhD in engineering science. I hope to be back into the more active in the network when I'm done with that. And then, of course, I also had a child. I have a girl that is 1.5 years right now. So that's my other full-time job. And it leaves me a little time for interactive, but I'm very excited to go back. So you're probably gonna be hearing from me soon again. And well, for now, I just say, have a great FAB16. See you soon.
Hi, my name is Eloise. I'm from Brazil. I started my Fab life in 2012 when I did the Fab Academy at FabLab Barcelona. It was Benito Juarez, my friend from Peru, that showed me this fantastic network. I started the Fab Academy, and for me the big surprise was the horizontal and collaborative learning. It was fantastic to have the guiding, of course, of Professor Neil Gershenfeld, giving us all the technical part, talking about the process, the techniques, but learning with our peers, with our colleagues, presentially or not, was the big surprise for me. It's something that I bring with me in my work, in my professional life, in my personal life. It's something that I really believe. I studied with a small group. We were 5 or 6. I studied with Santi Fuentemilia from Barcelona, Marc Rumin, Blanca Duarte, and Tomás Frontilla. it was amazing to learn from them. It was amazing to give the skills that I had at this moment. It was really a family studying together. We are friends until now. It's amazing. At the Fab Academy, I also had some help of people that were not at FabLab Barcelona, but studied at the same time. Núria from Leon, a bunch of people from FabLab Amsterdam, and it's one of the most wonderful experience that I had. Fab Academy is really that. Well, nowadays I'm in France. I'm living in France with my family. Actually, I met my partner inside the FabLab Network. I'm still connected with the FabLab. I created a company in 2014 to bring to big companies the FabLab practices like collaboration, agility, creativity, prototyping. I created a methodology that help big companies to develop new services, products, and experience through the principles of maker movement. We help them to work in a more hands-on way. It's amazing to see how we can give them more productivity and more innovation, but also it's really nice to see the impact of that in the life of people working with us. It's a mindset change. After this experience, they rethink the way of work, what they want to do for life. It's really amazing to see the impact of the practice into people. I'm also working in a parallel project with an innovation center here in France. We are creating an entrepreneurship program in Angola. I'm leading the part of opening a Fab Lab to support the incubator, the master program, and the research market lab. The idea is to help people from Angola to develop some skills that they don't have at this moment and to enter the market job easily. I hope this Fab Lab will be open next year, and I'll be happy to come here and tell you a bit more about this beautiful project.
Hello, everybody. My name is Victor Freund or Freund, however you want to say it. I mean, it's okay for me. I remember that about the FabLab movement, I knew about it in 2008 or 9. I remember that we had this program like a scholarship that I took with some people. Here, I want to share with you the background of that. I have that image. Yeah, here you can see the people in Peru. We were part of this, the idea was to get a scholarship to study the Fab Academy in FabLab Barcelona in 2009, when the Fab Academy used to take like 1 year. And I was very nervous because I didn't know anybody. But luckily, I got it, and I had the opportunity to travel for the first time to Europe and know these beautiful people that I know today. I began in the FabLab Barcelona, but part of the program with ISC, with MIT, with the IAC was to implement the first FabLab here in Peru with my friend Benito Juarez that you know. And we had this first FabLab at UNI, that is the Universidad Nacional de Ingeniería. I remember that my mentor was Thomas, Thomas Diez, the famous Thomas. Here you can see Thomas. And I also about the classmates. Yes, I have another picture with my classmates. Here you can see it. Here you can see Beno, Melat, Susana, Bereket Nesh, Neil, myself, Asheshim, and Tomas. We were really young, we were innocent. We didn't know about the problem that we were going to cause in the future, and we didn't know about the impact that it was going to have now, no? And share. I remember, I know, maybe the anecdote is that with the expressions from the Spanish people, like "que pasa, tío," that I didn't understand. Is like, what do you mean with "que pasa"? What's going on? Nothing is going on here. And I know, maybe there are a lot of anecdotes. Maybe the time that it began to snow in Spain, I really loved that day. And I don't know if everybody loved the snow, but I loved it because I was not used to that. No, well, come on. I mean, we all know that the Fab Academy, all the programs from the Fab Academy or the Academy are great. I mean, we learn a lot about the detailed fabrication tools, but not only that, we also learn about, for example, how to talk with people, how to share our thoughts, our ideas, how to connect with people from any part of the world at any time, any day. And that's what I really love about the program, about the FabLab Network. No, as a student and as a mentor, yes, it allows us to know the people, to understand their feelings, their concepts, their needs, their problems, the happy moments. I mean, it's a great opportunity to share a lot of things. No? Well, I admire a lot of people, come on. But I don't remember all the projects actually, but what I really remember is this, no? It was my first experience with the board, no? With soldering, making my board, no? It was a really nice experience. Yeah, I think the picture is like, it's not correct. Maybe you can try to have it in reverse, or mirror, but it was a great project. Actually, I mean, in the present, I'm not doing that. I'm not working on electronics or soldering or programming, but I really miss that part of the Fab Academy. I hope I can have the time to continue with that because I really enjoyed to have the patience to do it, no? Now I'm working in the public sector. I have been like a consultant in different entities from the public sector here in Peru, for example, in tourism, also in the Ministry of Transports and Communication, also in Concitec, that is the entity that promotes science here in Peru. So yeah, I've been part of different public entities and also universities and institutes. No, the idea is to help public servants understand about the potential of these new technologies in order to solve the different problems or needs. No, so now what my future plans are, I don't know yet. No, I always look for different projects. I always enjoy the projects because I always try to find different adventures. No, I like to know different people from all the part of Peru, from all the world, but I want to continue in the public sector. No, and so yes, I hope I can continue working in the public sector and trying to connect with the Fab Labs and all the network and all the people, because I believe that we can share as people, we can share a lot of things. I mean, from everybody, from anyone, from all the parts of the world, different mindsets. I mean, that's a huge potential that we have to develop as a network, no? So that's the video. And thank you very much for this opportunity. I think it's taking too much time to talk about it, but I hope to see you soon. No, see you in some weeks, in some days, actually, no, virtually, and maybe in the following years, maybe I can visit, no, and the new location, and continue with this adventure of the Fab Lab. Thank you, guys.
Hello, Fab TV, and thanks to Nuria to invite me to do this. So for the people that don't know me, my name is Hilaria Laman, and has many architects in the Fab Lab world. I started with the master 10 years more in 2010. at IAC in Barcelona, and then I was involved in the Fab Lab where I developed the project, the Open Thesis Fabrication project, and then I stayed there also for develop some project. I remember, of course, my mentor and guru and professor of IAC, it was Thomas Diaz, and I remember that I started to design the first kit of Smart City. That was a small box in acrylic with all the sensor inside. And yes, I remember that was my first project inside FabLab Barcelona. And during that year, I also had the chance to meet Victor and Bano, that they were doing the academy actually there. And always there was all the machine and everything, and there. So the machine and Victor, the machine and Beno, all the time, 24 hours in the Fab Lab. And I remember that Victor, I didn't know very well him at the beginning, of course, and I was watching him that he was going to the toilet always with a notebook and a pencil. So I said, I got expiring in the toilet, and he does the idea in the toilet. So it was an anecdote that I remember of him. And of course, then I went out many times with him also. Late party, and was not expected from him, but it was nice time, long time ago. And about the academy, actually I didn't do the Fab Academy, but I did the Bio Academy that changed a lot my mind and actually my passion about bio design. So I really recommend for, of course, the big network of people connected, in this case in biotechnologies, that you can have, and also for the knowledge that it's something different, for example, that you can teach at university. And from I think 5-6 years I'm giving class to the University of Argentina, now online, but also in the university in Italy, and also in Qatar where I am. I'm giving class about biodesign, and everything started because of the Bio Academy. And then where I am now and what I'm doing now. So I'm in Qatar since almost 3 years, running a Fab Lab design for youth from 7 to 18, that it's supported and is a governmental project from the Ministry of Transport and Communication. So here is where I am, and actually yes, I'm more round than usual because I'm in my 8 months, almost 9 of pregnancy. And yes, this is my life, always change place to live, and my life according of the Fab Lab where I am. So start from Barcelona, then jumping to Argentina, Latin America, Italy, and now Qatar. So thank you and bye-bye.
Hi, my name is Tomás Diaz from FabLab Barcelona. I started in the FabLab movement in 2006 when I arrived to Barcelona from Venezuela. I was supposed to stay 5 months to finish my urban design degree. And then by coincidence, I got in front of the challenge to set up the first Fab Lab in Europe in the European Union. FabLab Barcelona, which we managed to open in 2007, in March in 2007. I had many mentors at the beginning, of course. Maybe the two most important ones have been Sherry and Neil. For many reasons, for the knowledge, for the support, for the care they have put in building this network together with a group of a global team. And also I had some local mentors such as Lucas, Victor, Vicente, Caroline Lichtenberg, who really supported me in specific moments in my Fab life. I had my year on the Fab Academy or Academy was very special. I was part of the team that made the Fab Academy 0, so it was 2008. And my classmates such Alex Schop, who is somewhere, I think, somewhere in the Netherlands, also working in the maker movement, and Victor Viña, who really was a crazy person who I learned a lot from. One of the key anecdotes, I think, for me inside the FabLab network is the fact that it's something that it found me in a way, and it was a perfect match. And here I am, around 15 years later, still engaged in projects that connect directly to it. So for me, the Academy, is a key platform for the growth of a FabLab network and also to expand its impact in society. We started with Fab Academy. As I said, I was part of the initial, batch of students, but also I coordinated it for a few years. Then I passed this role to Ana Casiunas, and then to our beloved Luciana Sinari. So I saw it growing, and I saw how important it was as a glue for the network. No, there is a FabLab network before the Fab Academy, and there is a FabLab network after the Fab Academy, and I hope it happens the same with the Academy and brings a lot more possibilities. Many projects are important for me. I think that I admire anyone that finishes the Fab Academy, to be honest, and also I admire a lot the mentors of the Fab Academy, the gurus, the tutors, because I know how hard it is, not only at the global level, but especially at the local level, in order to help students to develop their ideas and take them to reality. My big current project is Fab City. As you know, I'm trying to, together with an amazing team of humans, we are creating the Fab City Foundation, which is already established. It's based in Estonia, but it's a global team operating from Colombia, from Barcelona, from other parts of Europe, and from Indonesia, where I am also. I'm planning to open also here a FabLab Bali, in collaboration with my local partners, which are part of what we call the Meaningful Design Group. And I think that the next big project, or the project that will always be part of my life, is helping to support this network and make it more relevant for society, and making it a key element to transform the way we live, work, and play in cities, or anywhere that we are, but also to fundamentally transform the way we produce and consume almost everything, in order to detach ourselves from systems of extraction and systems of oppression and colonization. So I hope that you share some of these goals, and we're always open in Fab City, in FabLab Barcelona, and soon in FabLab Bali, to work together to make it happen.
Talking about someone that I would like to have news, I'm curious to see what José Pérez de Lama is doing at this moment from FabLab Sevilla. We worked together there for 6 months. It was amazing time too in this Fab life. I don't have news for the last years. I would like to know what José Pérez is doing and what FabLab Sevilla is doing too.
Friends, again, with this picture, I miss everybody. I miss all of you, actually. No, but I think I would like to know about, for example, Melat, about Susana. I come on, I know about Beno, Thomas, or Neil, but I want to know what happened with them. Melat, where are you? Susana, what about you? Bereknesh, Bex, Ashashim, our friends. I really miss you, and I miss you all. And I would like to know what's going on with you, what's happening, what you are doing, and maybe in the future we can develop new things.
And I would like to know about Beno Juarez. What is Beno? I was used to, when working in the Fab Lab and the Amazon project, I was used to know about him, float with him, but I lost it. So ¿Dónde estás, Beno Juárez? Por favor.
This whole concept of soccer table a little bit further and make it really our own thing, and very importantly, make it open source. It could be a very good learning project since you go through all kinds of digital fabrication methods.
Table got a video camera in it, it got electronic scoring system, it got sensors, so everything is interactive and automatic. We can do something more sexy, you know, like something that is nicer to see than just LEDs.
E c'è la rete olandese con dei dubbi sulla posizione di un altro giocatore, ma il tocco di Van Nistelrooy. Dobbiamo rivedere.
This has to be the best documented project we have ever done so far.